What is going on, guys? My name is Justin and welcome back to the J Media channel. Today we have my 1999 Honda CIvic Coupe behind me. I know a lot of you guys know me for my 2015 Mitsubishi Lancer GT, but I'll be talking about this car today because I know some of you subscribers, especially the OG subscribers when I just started the channel a few years back, know I started the channel because of this car. So that's what I'll be doing today. I'll be talking about the 5 things that I love about this car. So a little backstory about this car. This is my daily car. So I drive this car pretty much every day. You guys don't see it on the channel that much because I haven't really done any modifications, stuff like that, as compared to my Mitsubishi, which is my show car. Bunch of stuff on it. I got this car in 2013 as my first car, and the year is 2018 now. So fast forward, I had the car about 5.5 years. A lot of things has changed. The whole plan I had when I just got this car was, like I said, a daily driver. You know, I was a student back then. I wanted a car that's reliable. I didn't know anything about modifying cars. This car was 100% bone stock back then, and was red in color actually. The original color is a Milano red. So as you can tell, totally different color. So the first thing I'm going to touch on is the paint. This car was painted a little while back, a couple years back. It's called a midnight blue, so it's kind of like, it's a black color but has really nice blue pearls. So in the sunlight you can kind of see some pearls. It's not really sunny right now, it's kind of hard to see, but I think the guys at the body shop told me that it's OEM Honda color. I'm not sure from which year, but it's black with blue pearls, really nice. And I picked the black color because I had the option of picking it red, the same Milano red or some other color, but I decided to go with black because I love black and red. The whole theme on this car is black and red. So from the wheels, those are black and red. My seats have black and red stitching. My steering wheel has black and red stitching. I even told them to keep the door trim red, so it's pretty cool. You can see all red. Engine bay is black and red. So that's the whole theme of this car. I wanted to keep it, you know, 2 colors, black and red. So let me go ahead and walk down on what I like about this car. And if you guys want to see more videos on my EK Civic, let me know. I'll do an update video on what mods have been done to this car, because I did a video a while back on this car, but it's been a while since I revisited it. So let me get into the video. Alright, so the first thing I like about this one is how it handles. So not all Honda Civic handles great, don't get me wrong. In bone stock form they're pretty horrible, but I've spent quite a bit of money on suspension mods on this car. I remember my buddies took me down a windy, twisty road here in Austin, Texas called Lime Creek Road, which is supposedly the most windy roads here. And I was with a friend in a 240SX with a bunch of suspension mods and another friend in an Evo 10. And this car, all you had back then was just iBox Sportsline springs, just springs with suspension mods. And I just couldn't handle. The car is not the fastest car in a straight line, but I'm proud to say that right now, after a bunch of suspension mods, it handles so well, so tight, almost feels like a go-kart. I guess that's the best way to put it. So if you guys are curious for mods that I have on suspension wise, I have a front strut bar. And then instead of a coilover setup, I was doing a lot of research on what's the best stiffness. So I have iBox Sportsline springs as well as Corning Yellow shocks all around, adjustable. And then on the bottom I have a white line rear sway bar and white line subframe, so keeps it really stable. And then for grip, I also have some pretty sticky tires. These are BF Goodrich Sport Com 2 tires, pretty good. And some really nice lightweight wheels, the Enki RPF ones. And then of course I have to have some brakes for stopping power, so I have some Hawk Performance HPS pads and some Brembo rotors. So, you know, started as a daily, I really wanted to take this car on autocross and track days. I've taken it on a few track days, but handles pretty well. The only thing, like I say, is lacking is, besides full bolt-ons, the power is not too much. A lot of people just go straight into power mods, but for me I wanted the supporting mods like the brake mods, suspension mods, to make sure the car can handle how it is first and then add power down the road. The second thing I like about this car would be how the car sits right now. I think the car has a pretty nice stance, how it looks. My favorite part of the car is the front end. From the front end, if you look what's been done, I have some black housing headlights, added some fog lights. So the Civic SIs or the EM1s come with the fog light stock, but not the EX. This is the EX model. So what I had to do is cut out those little parts on the bumper to fit the fog lights. Also added a Mugen front lip, color matched. So I think the front end looks nice. Blackout Mugen grille as well. So whole thing looks really nice from the front end. I had front splitters once upon a time, but they came off the car. So yeah, overall I think the stance is pretty good. I'm not trying to go like super stance nation, super slammed, but I think it has a pretty nice low aggressive stance. Good for my liking. I'm not scraping everywhere, so I like its stance, how it looks right now. Alright, item number 3 would be these wheels. So again, like I said earlier, these are Anki RPF1 wheels. These have been one of my dream wheels to own on the Civic specifically. I went through, let's see, 1, 2, 3 sets of wheels on this car. So my very first set, my very first set of wheels, well, besides the stock wheels, was I didn't know too much about cars back then, so I actually bought a brand new set of wheels from Discount Tire. The brand is called Drag Wheels. So yeah, pretty much replica wrap wheels. Paid a hefty price for them brand new. Pretty big mistake, but I didn't know anything about, you know, good wheels, good wheel brands back then. So yeah, Drag wheels, and then I got some Anki wheels, but Anki J10s. Those are pretty nice. In stock form, the Civic come with 14-inch wheels, so those are tiny. So usually I always recommend people to go 1 or 2 sizes up. In my case, I went 2 sizes up, so I'm on a 16-inch wheel right now as compared to the stock 14s. So from the Anki J10s, like I said, I went to these Anki RPF1s. My favorite wheels on the Civic. I think it looks really simple, super lightweight. A bunch of people use them on the track. You know, they're not super showy, but I think they're like really nice wheels, you know. And I know a bunch of people have them on like the Evo 10s and stuff like that. That's one reason I didn't want to go on my Lancer GT for the RPF ones, because like I said, a bunch of people have them on Evo 10s, but I think they look good. There's a few different colors for the RPF ones. There's like the kind of like a chromish looking one that my buddy Mark has on his twin turbo 300ZX. And then there's the gold one, I think, and then there's also a bronze looking one. But I like the black, again, to match the color combo and the black and red on my car. If you notice, the wheel is black, but over here on the bottom it says Anki in red. So item number 3 is the wheels. Alright, and then item number 4 is the general interior. So like I said, I had this car now for 5.5 years. It's not the most fancy interior. I don't have any bright seats or anything, but I built this car on a budget back when I was a student. I had some NRG seats. I have these seats on the car for maybe like 3 years now, I believe. They still fit good. Cloth seats. It's quick release steering wheel, black and red. Dip disc steering wheel. So really simple interior. Upgraded stuff like the radio, the stereo set, as well as some aftermarket speakers. Really clean, simple setup. Nothing crazy, but yeah, these bucket seats hold me in place, do the job. Doesn't break my back, you know, when I do 3-4 hour road trips. So I'm happy with this interior for daily. Alright, and the last and final item, item number 5. Let me show you guys. It's inside the car. So again, this is a 1999 Honda Civic, but check out the mileage on this thing. Original miles. So only 125,000, almost 126,000 miles. So that is super duper low for a 1999 car that is almost 20 years old. Yeah, I got this car, like I said, 5.5 years ago, back in 2013, and the car back then had 88,000 miles. So again, low for its time. I've daily driven this car. I did a bunch of road trips in it. I've been to Houston, been to Dallas, San Antonio, South Padre. The longest I've driven this car, I think it's like a 6-hour road trip, a one-way road trip. So, you know, it served me well. It's a Honda Civic after all. Good gas mileage. And even though the car is almost 20 years old, I still think for a 20-year-old car it looks immaculate, it looks really good. The car was definitely not this way when I got it. There was a bunch of clear coat, like I say, it was a Milano red. Clear coat was fading on the roof and the trunk so bad that it was like silver in color, like you could see the bare metal. And then like on my sunroof, there are just a bunch of like knife marks all over. It was just dirty stains, but I'm happy where the car is today. The car was not in this condition when I bought it, so it came a long way. And the mileage, like I said, for a 20-year-old car, almost 20 years old, I only have 125,000 miles, so that's pretty low. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap up the video here. So again, I didn't really go through everything on the car, but I just touched base on a few things that I really love on the car. So again, if you want to see more videos on this car, let me know. I already did the 5 things I love about this car. I'll probably do 5 things that I love about my Mitsubishi Lancer GT. Maybe 5 things I hate about this car, 5 things I hate about my Mitsubishi. If you guys got any video suggestions, leave them down in the comment section below. And if you're new to the channel, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.